This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
I'm excited about a return guest we have today. You may remember her from being on Shark Tank. She has Mama's Milk Box, great entrepreneur, great business mind, Elena Petzold. Thank you so much for joining us again today.
Thank you for having me. I love your podcast, and so I'm honored too that you would have me back on. I'm super delighted. It's the joy of my day. The
pleasure is mine, and I love your story. You and I talked, I don't know, it's been a couple of years. I don't remember how long it's been, but you and I talked late last year about you coming back on because you just have there's just been so many changes that have happened with you since the last time we talked. And so I just want to kind of give us kind of a quick update again, and we'll put some links in the show notes to the last interview. But again, I'm so excited about the topic today of kind of exploring the benefits of pursuing your entrepreneurial dreams, regardless of the outcome, regardless of the pivots, and how you grow from that. So just give us again kind of a little highlight of your background, and then let's talk about what you're doing now.
Yeah. Okay. So I started off in a law firm. I really loved that, and I thought I was going to be a lawyer one day. And then I quickly realized that was not something that I was going to be able to sustain long term. And during the process, my husband got a job in Pittsburgh, and we were relocated. It was right about the time I just had a baby. I was pregnant with my second baby. I think in some way, shape, or form, I always knew or thought that I would be an entrepreneur. I've always had some business or idea since I was like 12. My first business was probably just babysitting,
Right.
But I mastered that, let me tell you, in my teens. So right around the time I was pregnant with my daughter, I was living in Pittsburgh. I was in transition. I was debating whether or not I should find a law firm here to work with. And I was really frustrated by the lack of maternity nursing clothes in the region. So I came up with this idea to open a maternity and nursing boutique. And that whole business took on a crazy life of its own, which eventually led me to Shark Tank. Not too long after Shark Tank aired, I paused the model of my business. So Mama's Milk Box was a nursing apparel subscription service for breastfeeding moms. Right. When I started, I think about this a lot too over the past 2 years, 3 years with the change I've had too. When it started, it was a small business, and at least that was what I thought it was going to be. And very quickly, it actually turned into a startup. And sometimes I think to myself, like, if I had known it was going to be a startup and if I went into that differently, would it maybe have changed the outcome?
Right.
Which, once you're past all of it, you never know. So, but after Shark Tank, where I was not able to secure an investment, the business was at a really pivotal point where we needed more money to grow. And I think it was actually a book that you had recommended at one point, the J-Curve Startup. I don't remember if that was you. And I was reading, and on your recommendation, I read the book, and I remember there was a small section in the book that talked about the crossroads of being an entrepreneur and how you might have to self-fund, and that's kind of where I was.